Hello, beautiful souls. It is Anna T. Brooks here, your soul purpose activator, and welcome to this week's weekly energy oracle card reading for this week, the 12th to the 18th of August, 2024. Welcome, welcome. As always, I am so excited to bring you the energies for this week and to see what the cards have in store for us. If you're new around here, make sure you say hello, whether you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube. Say hello, drop me a comment, share some love. I always love to hear from you and love to hear if you're enjoying these live streams and these recordings here. So how this works for you, if you're new around here, I will be using the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. It's one of my absolute favorites, so I'll be using this one for pulling the 3 cards for the main energies of the week, and then I am going to be doing some bonus card pulls towards the end as well from the Angel Answers Oracle card deck, and I'll explain how this works at the end. It's a little bit more of a pick a card reading for you. So one way that I do like to start as well is just to kind of give you my own intuitive feeling about what I'm feeling coming up for this week, and then we can obviously see what the cards have to say about that also. So the feeling that I've had coming up for this week right now is I feel like we are in the calm in the middle of the storm. So I kind of have this image of like a tornado or something, and I don't know that much about tornadoes, but I think I read somewhere at some stage that apparently like right in the middle of it or something like that is actually completely still, that it's just like complete peace, and then it's just chaos and whirlwind all around you. And it's kind of, whether this is accurate or not, this is sort of the frame and the kind of image that I'm having for this week, where it seems like we've had a lot of turmoil, a lot of up and down, a lot of like change and things just being thrown at us in the last few weeks. And it feels like this week is that sort of calm between the storm. There's still more to come. There's still more change and kind of chaos in some words, but you don't need to look at chaos in a bad way, more just that there's still more change, more up leveling happening. There's still more surprises to come. But right now, this week just feels like that sort of calm in the middle to kind of ground yourself and to kind of take a bit of stock and just pause. It feels like a very calming energy this week. So that's the vibe that I'm already feeling coming through. I'd love to know, as always, how this resonates with you, if you're feeling like this, or if you're just looking forward to this sort of energy. And yeah, let's dive into the cards. So as I explained before, I'll be pulling from the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck to talk about the mind, body, and soul this week, and I'll explain each one as we go along. But yeah, let me know how this is resonating so far. I've already pre-shuffled these cards quite significantly, so they're ready to go. I'm going to start shuffling now to see which 3 cards want to come out for the reading this week. So mind first and foremost. Let's see. Oh, okay. First one, rightio. That one was clear. Second one for the body. Let's see what wants to come through. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. They're coming out clearly this week. And soul. Let's see what soul wants to come through. Oh, okay. Bear with me. I'll be back. Drop that one. All right. That was quite easy. Okay. As you know, if you've watched these a little bit before, I always like to tune into how the cards come out as well, because that always gives me a bit more idea of the energy. So it feels like this week things are coming through quite clearly. It's not so murky and not so much confusion going on or anything to hide or anything like that. So let's see what the cards have in store. So mind is the first card, and this is around your conscious energy. So this is what you're going to be thinking about, what you're going to be aware of, what your thoughts are going to be all around. This is that conscious energy that you're going to be really aware of. Ooh, we have the initiation. The initiation. And underneath it says, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. This one has come up recently in a couple of other positions as well in the past few weeks. So this is something like this kind of feeding into that energy that I spoke about at the beginning of what I'm intuitively feeling. It feels like this week you're just going to be aware that you're sort of in a transition phase. You're sort of in like that, rite of passage sort of way. Like so much has changed, so much has kind of gone into different directions. You've maybe made some big changes, some big choices, and it's been a lot going on. And this week just feels like you're thinking about, okay, what's next? Where am I moving to next? It's like you have that little moment of balance and that little moment of peace and clarity to just take stock of what's happening, right? And it also, this card, the initiation card, kind of speaks towards almost like a rite of, yeah, it is a rite of passage, but it's kind of like going through something to get to the other side, right? So it's kind of like you've been through so much, and this week is just, it's that calm in between it all before you can go to the next time. It's kind of like a rubber band, right? They're giving me this image of like a rubber band needing to pull back in order to reset before it bounces forward again, right? It's kind of like you need to kind of pull back, pull inward a little bit before you're ready to burst out one more time, right? This is that sort of time to recalibrate, to rejuvenate as well. And this is the energy. So this is in the mind card. So this is something you're going to be aware of this week. You're going to be thinking about this, and you're going to have these thoughts and these observations coming to you. So it's a good week for that recuperation. Now the card for body, so this is card number 2, and this is more of the physical, tangible 3D world energy, what's happening in your situations, what's happening with people or relationships around you, and what's maybe happening with you physically as well. So let's see what the card has for this one. Ooh, okay, another powerful one. Break the chain. Break the chain. And what it says underneath is ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So these are 2 very powerful cards to come out, the initiation and then break the chain. As you can obviously kind of think about, if you're going through an initiation like a rite of passage, it's kind of like you're almost, it's asking you to break the chains. It's asking you to shift things. It's asking you to let go of your old patterns, your old sabotages, your old contracts, soul contracts, anything like that have been keeping you down. And so this week, because the break the chain card falls into the physical, into your body card, there's something that you are breaking in terms of it could be your physical body, your physical self, routines, patterns, or it could be in terms of situations, relationships, ways of communicating with other people, something very tangible in your world this week. You are breaking that chain. You are ending that contract. And this is tying in, they're telling me as well, with that first card, with the initiation, that at some time, if this comes up, it might feel like it's a bit of a test, like a bit of a, okay, you said you're ready for this. You said that you're ready for this change and you're going to follow through with it. Now prove it, right? Now let's see you actually apply that. So I see these 2 tying in very, very concretely together. But again, with the feeling that I'm having from this week, it's a much more gentle feeling. It doesn't feel like something that's going to cause you a lot of turmoil or a lot of stress or anything like that. This feels more like it was meant to be. And it's been coming to this point, and now it's like more, almost like a gentle opening into, here it is, here's what you've asked for, here's the opportunity you asked for to step up and to break those chains and to move forward and to rewrite your future. Here it is. It's up to you now, move, right? And there's that initiation, right? It's that rite of passage. It's like, okay, here it is, it's open. Now you have to move through it. And it doesn't feel, like I said this week, it does not feel pressured. It doesn't feel intense. It doesn't feel like a big chaotic change that's coming through. It simply feels like, here it is. You've asked for this. You're ready. Move forward. And let's see what comes up for card number 3. So this is for the soul. So this is more of that underlying energy, a little bit more subconscious. You might not be really, really aware of it all the time, but this is what's happening behind the scenes so that you're aware. Oh, I love this one. And we have the inner temple. So this is what I said. This is what I meant when I said that gentle energy. Inner temple. Underneath it says devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. So this is that underlying energy. This is what I spoke about with that gentleness, right? There's not a sense of urgency. There's not a sense of pressure. There's not a sense of, well, it's now or never, better do it, or anything like that. The underlying energy, that subconscious energy this week is, this is all for you. This is all for you to tune into the portal of your heart. This is all for you to find the devotion, the beauty, the divine, the bliss within whatever it is that you're chasing, right? This is for you. This is that moment. And that is the underlying energy. It's not intense. It's not crazy. It's not pressured. Hello, Michelle. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much for jumping on live for the recording. this is that gentle energy, right? This is that underlying energy. So whilst there's definitely big things happening this week with the break the chain card and with the initiation, there is a lot that is culminating, but this is happening in a very gentle way, in a very synchronized and synchronistic way, like it's meant to be. And it's just asking you to move forward on what it is that you truly want. But it's not, like I said, this week, it doesn't feel like one of those really big, massive upheaval type weeks. This feels like that calm in the middle of the storm, but you get to move forward. This is where those opportunities, those really synchronized divine opportunities open up this week, and you have those options to actually break the chains, to really feel like you've moved forward and to move through that rite of passage into the next phase that you're going for. So that is the energy for this week. Whew. This feels so good. This feels so good. I'm already feeling this. I already know how this is applying for me. So I would love to hear, how is this resonating with you? Is this something that you're feeling coming up, and what your thoughts are? Always love to hear from you. So pop them into the comments. And I'm going to now get ready for the pick a card reading. So this week, in the spirit of the energy that I felt, I feel like there will be some of you that will really benefit from just the opportunity to ask a question and to get a bit of an answer. So I wanted to keep it nice and simple, nice and gentle, and I've brought out the Angel Answer cards by Doreen Virtue, who of course has renounced all of this. She's too good for it now. And Radleigh Valentine. I think they've actually started remaking these decks now, just without Doreen's name in them, because obviously she's only one part of the whole process. There's lots of people involved in making these decks, but I still have these ones, so I love using them. So these are the Angel Answer cards, and I will be drawing 4 cards. So you're going to have an opportunity to use your own intuition and to tune in to see which card you feel pulled to. And this is a really beautiful opportunity to ask a question that's mostly framed in a yes/no type of answer way, because a lot of the cards do answer it that way. Some of them are a little bit more general. Some of them you may get a more general answer, but generally, if you do think of a question that someone would answer yes or no, you'll get the clearest sort of indication. Couple of caveats that's important to know. I have strong boundaries around reading for anyone else's energy that has not asked for it. So if you ask a question, for example, does XYZ love me? You will not get an accurate answer. I do not have permission to read that person's energy. So the closest that you will get from that sort of a question is, do you believe that XYZ loves you? Which, is a question, a valid question on its own, especially if someone has told you that they love you and you don't believe them, right? It is a valid question. However, that is a boundary that I have. So you will not get an accurate answer if you choose to ask about somebody else or their intentions. And health as well. Health is something that is very specific and nuanced and requires a lot more in-depth than what can be done on a reading where I can't even connect with you personally in a one-on-one situation. So do not ask questions around, will my health improve? Will I be cured of this thing? You will not get an accurate answer because, again, I have strong energetic boundaries about things like that. Apart from that, it is free. It is free for all, right? You get to ask your question. Like I said, it's best framed from the point of view of, for example, if it's a career question, it might be, am I likely to receive this job promotion? Am I going about, getting this job promotion in the right way? Am I in the right energy to increase my business right now? Those kind of questions, you'll get very, very direct answers. And same with relationships or love or anything like that. If you ask a question such as, does XYZ love me? You will not get an accurate answer. But if you ask a question like, is there a future for myself and this person? That type of question, or even, am I in the right energy to attract, the person that I'm desiring now? Am I on that frequency? Those are much better questions because they're around you and your energy. You'll get accurate answers. Okay, that's it. That's the disclaimer's done. Let's get into this. So I'll give you a moment. Take a second to decide on your question. Once you have your question, I'm going to start shuffling now, so you can even think of your question while I'm shuffling as well. I'm going to pull out the 4 cards and then I will reveal them afterwards. So I'll bring them up one by one so you can tune in. And sometimes you might feel pulled to more than one. It happens less so on these kind of answer cards, but sometimes it can happen. So if you do feel like there's 2 answers or more, that can happen. But yes, I'm just going to, oh, there we go. Okay, those came out quite easily as well. Hello, Monica. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much for jumping on the live. All right, so we have our 4 cards. If you've got your question, take a moment, just ground yourself, breathe into your body, breathe into your soul. I'm going to call them up one by one so you can tune in to see which card holds the answer for you. So card number 1, if you chose card number 1, this is it here. Card number 1. If you chose card number 2, this is card number 2. If you chose card number 3, this is card number 3. And if you chose card number 4, this is card number 4. Okay. Pop your answer below. I'm always curious to see which cards get chosen. So once you've chosen your card, let's see what the deck says for you. So if you chose card number 1, this is your card. Ooh, romance. So this will be interesting depending on your question. Like I said, not all of them are yes or no questions. So sometimes it gives you a bit of different answer. Here's what it says. A very important relationship is about to enter or has recently entered your life. This is the romance you've been waiting for. Like all partnerships, there may be ups and downs, but don't let that deter you or shake your confidence. Have faith that love is coming into your life to stay. If your question was about a current relationship, you can expect the parties to become closer to one another. Past disagreements will fade away and trust will grow. All relationships have peaks and valleys. This card indicates an upward movement to a new level of dedication and intimacy. This can include engagement, marriage, or a form of recommitment to one another. Ooh, interesting. I'd love to know your feelings on that one if you chose card number 1. Card number 2. If you chose card number 2, the answer is you're ready. You are ready. And let's read this one. You're ready. All your past experiences have led to this moment. You've studied and grown spiritually in many ways. There is nothing more to do. You're ready to move forward and to embrace the person you know in your heart you are meant to be. The world is anxiously awaiting the contributions that following your life purpose will provide. You may have to put yourself first in this situation. It's time to do what is right for you. There we go. That's card number 2. Card number 3, if you chose card 3, we have no need to worry. No need to worry. And I'll read from the book for this one. Your worries and concerns regarding your question are unnecessary. God and your angels have the situation well in hand and everything is going to turn out perfectly. Obsessing over this subject isn't helpful. The energy of fear and worry only slows the eventual manifesting of your desires. Visualize loving and happy outcomes and keep your thoughts positive. Very soon you will wonder why you were worrying about this at all. That's card number 3. And card number 4, if you chose number 4 this time. Ooh, we have a timeline. We have within the next few months. Within the next few months. So, obviously you've got a timeline for your answer. But let's read. Here we go. In the next few months, what you are asking about will occur. Divine timing means that other people's free will choices are also involved. So keep the faith while all of the pieces of this puzzle come together and the situation resolves itself beautifully. Ooh, so we have very, very different cards for these ones. We have the romance, we have you're ready, we have no need to worry, and then within the next few months. So depending what you asked, I feel like everyone's getting the kind of the guidance that they need, but it's all very different information. So again, I would love to hear, feel free to pop into the comments which cards you felt pulled to or which card. and how that resonates with you. And if you have any questions, if you ever want to reach out to me for a bit of a deeper reading, I do offer deeper oracle card readings that are 11 cards. They go for quite a while. They're very, very in-depth ones on your life. So there are options to do this. You can always reach out. I'll send you all of the details for that one. And of course, there's also options to work with me one-on-one in a coaching capacity where we combine the intuitive guidance along with actual coaching and getting to know you and your goals and your desires. So feel free to send me a message, or you'll see all of the links below if you're watching on YouTube as well. Monica says, whoa, I am ready. Totally resonates. Yes, awesome. Yay. I'm guessing you chose card number 2. So there you go. You are ready. That is so exciting, Monica. Yay. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out, and I wish you an amazing week. Take it one step at a time. Enjoy this moment of a sort of serenity between the craziness that's been, and I'm sure more craziness that's coming. I feel like this week is a nice little reprieve for us. So take a deep breath, enjoy it, and I will see you next week. Sending you so much love.